Welcome back to Let's Read Judge Dredd. Today's episode also does not have a name, so here we go. The pale moon hung over Mega City 1. The pale moon hung over Mega City 1 that night, its gentle caress somehow softening the grim outline of ISO block number 8. In his dark cube, Slick Dickens mentally counted down the seconds and patted his coiffure into place one last time. The cube was cut. The cube cut was perhaps a trifle too severe. Slick kept it this way to better eke out his meager supply of conditioner. When he got out, he would augment it with one of his hair pieces he had made. When he got out, he would augment it with one of the hair pieces he'd had made for him by that nice young man at Julian's when he got out. On the far side of the block cubes, Eddie Plank was awakened from slumber by a sharp pain in his abdomen. Slick had been working on the plan ever since his worldwide reputation as a cordon bleu chef had earned him a place in the block kitchens. Plank, he knew, was on a special diet. Using his encyclopedic knowledge of common kitchen substances, the debonair thief had quickly manufactured a high-grade explosive, adding a gumming agent that made it difficult for the body to expel. Over a period of weeks, he'd mixed a little into Plank's load each day. Now, he knew Plank's large intestine would be lined with a 2 millimeter coating. Jeez, what's happening? Though Slick had prepared him a delicious Muntz a la mochata with swamp peas and a delicate bechamel style sauce, the final ingredient had been the reagent that would bring the explosive to destructive life. Right about now, Slick calculated it would be reaching Plank's intestine. Faroon! Security alert, east side, level 30. Whoop, 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 whoop. Truck! The stolen kitchen laser cut through the concrete porthole like a knife through simulated butter substitute. Security level west side, level 99. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Probably a malfunction. Check the system. Slick Dickens allowed himself a sardonic smile as he squeezed his slim but superbly muscled frame through the narrow aperture. His absence would not go unnoticed, but the confusion would afford him a few vital seconds. Eddie Plank's sacrifice would not be in vain. He's gone. But how? He's on level 99. Impossible. And it says so long suckers on the wall. The impossible comes easy for a man like Slick Dickens. He'd constructed the bat suit bit by bit from old kitchen oddments, a far cry from his usual sartorial elegance, but under the circumstances, excusable. How graceful was he now for those blissful few weeks bat-gliding. How grateful was he now for those few blissful weeks bat-gliding in the Himalayas with Leslie. What was Leslie doing now, he wondered? Still hanging around with the guys at the gym?
All units vicinity Asa Block 8, be on the lookout. Escaped prisoner Slick Dickens. Prisoner is highly dangerous. Repeat, highly dangerous.
Crash! In a seedy bar across the city, Judge Dredd was dishing out his brutal brand of justice. Any more of you creeps want a lesson in the law? Thud, thud. You say something? No, sir. You're lying, creep. That gets you 3 months for a start. What did you say? I just said that everything was fine till you came in. Nobody was breaking the law. I'll be the judge of who's breaking the law. By grud, you're taking yourself talking yourself into a long stretch, mouth. Hey, leave him alone. You're nothing but a bully. You've no right to treat people like that. Well, our citizen rights activist. There's always one. Hey, that's no way to treat a woman. Spack. It's going to give me great pleasure to give you a demonstration of your rights, citizen. Control Dredd. You got one for the med wagon down at the heel lounge.
On its way.
Even as the day stick raises to strike the cowering victim, the crackle of radiocom once more broke the eerie silence of the bar.
For information, Dredd, we have an escape from the Asa Block 8, escapee one Slick Dickens, one Percival Dickens, a.k.a. Slick.
Slick Dickens, you sure?
They may not be very good at keeping them in, but I figure they've got a pretty good idea who's missing.
Truck! Alright, you people just carry on here. Keep your noses clean in the future. Did you see him? He just went white, like he was afraid. He just forgot about me. Hey, Judge, what am I gonna do with these cuffs? The voice fell on deaf ears. It was as if a curtain had been pulled down on that other world, and bursts of interrogations and brutal... sorry, guys. Had been pulled down on that other world of busts, interrogations, and brutal beatings. For the lawman, only two people now existed, himself and Slick Dickens. Slick Dickens, master criminal. Slick Dickens, whose eye-catching ensembles were the only matched by the sharpness of his brain. Slick Dickens, who had bested him once before. Deep in his cruel heart, the lawman knew this would be his last night on Earth. He landed on a quiet backlot 2 sectors from the I block. Underneath the batsuit, he wore basic prison garb. A tuck here, a stitch there, dye from the kitchens, sequins cut from foil, and his skillful fingers had turned it into a passable 2-piece gilt suit. His mind was already on the outfit he would wear later on that evening. Tonight he had a date with the man who had locked him away. Tonight he had to look his very best. Tonight Slick Dickens was dressing to kill. Hey, you're Slick Dickens, ain't you? Yeah, Slick Dickens, the debonair thief. I recognize you. Read all about you in them books. Let me tell you, you're my hero, pal. The way you stick it to the judges all the time. What was that guy's name that wrote him? Capone? Something like that. Kaput. Truman Kaput. Slick had met the little author once at a cube therapy session. A sad little figure. He didn't realize He didn't realize brown shoes didn't make it. Have this one on me, naturally. Huh? Smack. There was just a chance the driver would inform the judges. His death was a necessary precaution. An ardent fan, Slick knew he would not begrudge the sacrifice. The neighborhood of Sudge and Carte had become fashionable ever since it became rumored that Slick Dickens had kept his secret lockup there. Snick. Choice of weapons was important tonight. Slick's small but tastefully selected arsenal held something for every mood. But the first real challenge, Snick. He surveyed the vast wardrobes style gurus over the world over would have sold their souls for. Even Slick Dickens could not suppress the merest fusion of fear. Tonight, Judge Dredd would die. Tonight, there would be no mistakes. He was dressing to kill. His ensemble had to be perfect. You're the one that put Dickens away, Dredd. He'll be coming after you. Maybe you should pull me off the streets until he's safe in a cube again. I'm sorry, I can't do that. We hide our top judge away from one man, and every cheap punk in the city will think they can walk all over us. In any case, you can't hide from Slick Dickens. He'll find you wherever you go. And when he does, I can be sure he'll look sharp. That gives him the edge. I mean, look at me. Nobody could call me a stylish dresser. Functional, I'd say. We could sharpen you up a bit, a little gold here, there, stripe maybe too. No, I'll face him as I am. I'm a judge, damn it, not a fashion statement. Double-breasted Teflon overjack with matching retro flares? No. Gucci groin piece. One in a game of 3-ball shuggy with that hard-bodied little style beast at Rancy's. Trifle gauche, perhaps. Besides, everybody was wearing them. Slick Dickens did not follow fashions, he set them. Neopunk hairpiece from Van Gogh on 299th? No. It had to be right. Something so stunning, so startling, so utterly outrageous that only a man like Slick Dickens would have the panache to carry it off. Yes.
And this is Pinky Story, live at the Crisco Club on Keller Street, where fire has wiped out over 200 late-night revelers. Judge Dredd, you're in charge of the investigation.
Do you think it's wise, Chief Judge, announcing Judge Dredd's whereabouts to the whole city? You might as well send Dickens a map. Exactly. We have so many judges around him, no one could get through. When Dickens shows, we'll take him. All's quiet so far, Control.
Stay alert. If Dickens shows, your orders are to shoot on sight.
So you thought you'd start a little fire, eh? Did you, creep? I was just having a little fun. Smack. Your fun cost 113 lives. At 22 apiece, I make that 2,260 years. Little edgy, aren't you, Dredd? Take him away. Dredd knew about the surveillance units, the impenetrable line of steel that had protected him from his would-be assassin. He was too seasoned a hand not to have noticed. Surely the debonair master criminal would reach him now. And yet...
Judge Dredd, getting away from the fire for a moment, what's your reaction to the escape of Slick Dickens, debonair thief? I understand there's some personal animosity between you two.
Shut up and get out of
here.
And yet he could not escape the suspicion that somehow the suave supervillain would get through. Just when Dredd thought he was most safe, Slick would be there, a slight sneer playing across his lips as he drew the Perlin-handled Zoot blaster from the mock croc holster beneath his delicately scented his armpits. Jeebus. What would he be wearing? Something stylish that was certain. If only he knew he could be ready. Excuse me, sir. But it was a futile exercise. Who would ever anticipate the master of the unexpected? Truck! It's Slick Dickens! Bazang! Bazang! He's cross-dressing! Ah! A flashing stiletto met with a gratifying crack of bone. Crack! Whack! A blow swift as the strike of a cobra. Powerful from long sessions at the gym. Even as the lawman fell, the jewel-studded Harikari laser knife spun from the elegantly manicured hand. Chunk. Gah! That can only be Slick Dickens. Boy, what a showman. He didn't just bury Dredd, he did it in style. Love the outfit, Slick. Slick Dickens, you are really dressed to kill tonight. Tell me, women's garb, is that in for the new... You're really dressed to kill tonight. Tell me, women's garb, the new in thing for the season? Now that I've set the trend, almost certainly. Get him! Can't stop the chat. Ciao, suckers. Poof. He's gone. Pixie dust. Boy, he even knows how to make an exit. Makes you feel humble, doesn't it? Visitor on your feet, kaput. Thought you killed me in the last one, kaput. You had a miraculous recovery. We caught your agent trying to hawk this around the backstreet publishers. You never learn, do you? I'm a writer. Writers have to write. And I'm a judge. Judges have to sentence. And I'm giving you another 5 years for this pile of garbage. Oh, and another thing. Pixie dust. It was a tough situation. I couldn't figure a way out. Pixie dust doesn't work. Pixie dust doesn't work for you? Well, I can work on it. How about some kind of a teleporter? What do you think about getting smart and finding another sideline? All right, well, that's the end of today's episode. I hope you'll join us again next time.